All right. Well, good. Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for coming. Again, I'm Donovin Darius. This is an informational session for the Donovin Darius Enterprise Organization. Donovin Darius Enterprise Organization is basically two main organizations. Number one is my foundation, which is a nonprofit 501c3 foundation, which serves the families of Jacksonville and other Florida areas. Everything from having life camps that focuses on total wellness, health, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, you name it. We do a lot of that through collaborating with other organizations, other community partners, and so on and so forth. And we do that. On the other side, I have the Donovin Darius Next Level Training, which is an athletic training organization where I partner with a lot of youth organizations around town, other schools, other programs that basically wanted to utilize my prior experience as a professional athlete and exercise science major to bring and to cultivate and to develop programs, processes, and create camps, clinics for parents, for coaches, for players, everything to utilize athletics to help take them to the next level, okay? And then the other thing that I do I graduated from Syracuse with an exercise science degree in coaching. From there, after I graduated, I got drafted to the NFL. I played 10 years here. Through that time, I've done several things while I was playing, everything from working with the union for 8 years. I was a player rep, and I also was the vice president of the union. And then beyond that, after my playing days, I started working with the NFL as well, which was a role that I currently serve. And so one of the roles I serve with the NFL is as a certified transitional life coach. And so basically what that means is that they've equipped me in over 80-something hours, certified me into relationship management skills, life transitions, mental health first aid, and applied suicide interventional skills training. And so that purpose is to work with players, former players, current players, as they're going through life. The military has something kind of a TAP program where they have liaisons work directly with individuals to basically get them from one point to the next, whether they're going through life transitions or whether they're going through difficult situations. And so that's one of the roles that I perform, as an NFL ambassador. Another role with the NFL is I'm a director of what we call the NFL Legends community. And what that community is when most guys finish playing the NFL, they kind of just fade it off. Without any true transition plan, without any true purpose, without any understanding identity on how do I go from being at the top of the pinnacle athletic-wise and professionally-wise to help define where do I go now. And so right now I'm in the role of a director of the southeast of the country, working with all players from different teams, all the different teams in this area, as well as guys that just live in this area too. And it's about uniting them back to each other, back to the league, back to the resources, the programs, making them aware, and just really helping them become, professional men and family men as they go from there. And so basically that's who I am. I'm a father. I have 3 daughters, 12, 14, and 16, all beautiful young ladies. And, and it's amazing. It's amazing being a father. And so a lot of what I do is because of who I am. And so I am a man of God. I am a Christian man. I hate religion. I love relationship. And so everything I do, from my foundation to my NFL work that I do, to my athletic camps, to my motivational speaking, is about mending relationships. And the first relationship is mending it with yourself, so you can understand who you are versus what society says or your experiences are. And so with my organization, Donovin Darius Enterprises, it houses those different platforms that I use to impact, educate and, empower people. And so that's kind of what I do from there. In the city of Jacksonville, when I moved back here in 2011, after I played for 10 years, I started my Donovin Darius Foundation. In that foundation, I hold these life camps, as I mentioned earlier, where we have typically about 300 to 350 participants come. Come from all over Jacksonville. The majority of them sign up online, and they get a chance to come. And for 4 hours, we feed them about 3 times, through breakfast, snacks, and then lunch. We give them T-shirts, and we create an environment where it's a professional environment where they can have so much fun. it's educational, it's informational, and at the end of the day, they come back wanting more. And what we do from there is we like to now partner with organizations that can support them on a deeper level, whether it be wraparound services, whether it be financial assistance, whether it be physical attention, whatever it may be. We want to get them connected. And so I do that in terms of what I do in the community from a philanthropy standpoint. As I mentioned also, the coaching of what I do, I have coaches clinics, parent clinics, athletic clinics for all different sports, soccer, football, track, you name it. I get a chance to use the skill set that I have and pour it out from that standpoint. And then, as I said, I do motivational speaking. And motivational speaking is a lot of times on leadership, it's on development, it's on purpose, it's in all different areas. There are churches, there are school boards, there are corporate, there are academic, you name it. And so I get a chance to do those things and have, and enjoy what I do. Matter of fact, I enjoy what I do now more than what I did when I was on the field. Because on the field, I was able to service, the immediate, take care of me and my family. But what I do now, I get a chance to service so many other people because we get a chance to take these messages and take these programs, and they get a chance to plant seeds in individuals, and they get to go from there. So when I started thinking about the opportunity, what does it mean to work with, volunteer with, intern with, whatever it may be, my idea was creating an environment where it's a value-based learning culture. It's positive, it's energetic, it starts with the fact that you are a genius. It starts with the fact that you have gifts, you have talents, you have something to give to this world. And I want to just create that opportunity for you to now, put it out there. Now, granted, we'll create structure, we'll create, projects, we'll create all the different benchmarks so we can continue to go forward. Whether it's a parent volunteering, whether it's, it's an executive director, whether it's a manager, whatever it may be, it's all about creating a win-win situation. And so when I think about this opportunity, one of the things that I created was I created a sheet called the Dream List, the Dream Team. And on that sheet, that's one of those sheets right there. On this sheet right here, basically, I basically wrote down, it's probably about 25 different titles or different positions that a person can hold. And when I think about it, in order to probably serve or probably have the organization's, impact, I just feel that, with multiple counsel, there's safety. And you can't do it all by yourself. And so there's individuals who have been created and who exist that have this expertise. And they have the energy, they have the passion, they have the professionalism, and they just want to do it. All we have to do is give them an opportunity. And so on this sheet, the Donovin Darius Enterprises Dream Team, as I said, it has a list of all the positions, and then it also has my little description of what that position entails. What would that person have to be like? What is their skill set? And what are some of the things that they'll be doing? And so it really gives them a descriptive understanding of it. And then the idea is for a person to read this, see this, and say, hey, I like to do that. I can do that. Hey, even though it's a hidden talent, oh, I like that. I can do that. Because you never know what an individual can do until they have the opportunity, to help visualize what that looks like. And so basically what the opportunity entails is, again, looking at this dream team list and kind of finding out where we're at and what they can do. And so, again, on there, everything from web designing to web managing to graphic designing to writing to volunteer and as a student, like I said, you name it, photography, videography, coaching, athletic coaching, public relations, the list goes on. And so the sheet, the Dream Team list actually gives a full, comprehensive understanding, of that. The opportunity as well is to volunteer, to operate, as I said, a positive, value-based environment. I believe that the experience for everybody matters, not just the people we serve. So it's not that I get to say one thing and be one thing to one person and then show you a different side. At the end of the day, if I was to give everybody an assessment or a survey, okay, to grade their experience for however long they were with Donovin Darius Enterprises, they should be able to walk away with nothing but the highest remarks. That's because we listened to them, we understood, we listened to them, we gave them an opportunity to shine, we prepared them, and then it was up to them to go ahead and execute it. And so that's in essence what the opportunity is. And then also it's an opportunity to expand a person's resume. A lot of times in the world we live in with technology, with everything, you got to be able to multitask. It's no longer you're just in this box, you're in this box. Well, how does this box now relate to this box? And that box relates to that box, that box relates to that box. So now we have a full scheme of things. And so that's what this organization is. It's all about, broadening a person's horizon, educating them. I mean, I remember when I first started, when I first came back, I didn't know half of the things that I know now, but I did it because I had to challenge myself to either do one or two things. Number one, complain that I don't have this, or two, take the time to look at videos, to talk to people and educate myself. So now I can do it. What did I do? It saved me time and it saved me money, and so that's basically where we're with that. And so an individual that with us, they can actually say, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. And as they go to the next stages of their life, hopefully it's such a positive experience that their next chapter, the next step, person looking like, wow, you can do all that stuff and you can enhance our organization because of that. And so now next one, who is the right person for the position? I mean, again, I love everybody, but everybody may not love what they do. So I want individuals who, number one, have an open mind. They're positive, they're self-starters, and they're motivated to learn. I mean, we're forever learners. And so we may not know something one time, but are you a researcher? Will you be willing to take the time to learn it? It's not about the problems. It's about, okay, here's the problem or a challenge, and what are the solutions? How can we get it done? And so what we don't know, we can learn, and then we can grow. And so that person who's positive, open-minded, and the person who can see the big picture. And so to clarify the picture, to clarify what is the picture, where are we trying to go? Once you see that, then we can break it down. We can talk about where's the end date. Here's the end date. Now, what do we need to do? Reverse engineering to bring that to pass. What are all the details? And so writing down things is extremely, extremely important because there's so many details that goes with it. And statistics says only 7% of people in the world are strategic thinkers. It's not a negative thing. It just means that 93% of people need to have things structured for them, and they need to kind of go, have somebody take the lead on that, and then they can function and they can flow. And it doesn't make one person better than the other. It just says we have to understand, number one, ourselves, and then we need to make sure we're equipped with the necessary things to go there. And the third thing, kind of, as far as the right person, is someone who's coachable and very adaptable in all situations. We can plan everything to the T, but sometimes it don't just always go the way we want it to go. So I have a saying that we can be married to the process, or we can be married to results. Sometimes in the beginning of a project, we have to be married to the process. That means a person creates that process and says do one, this way. Just do it this way, and whatever the results are, it's fine. And then there's a way when a person has been around or they have another understanding or expertise in it, that I may say, okay, I'm not married to the process, I just want the result. So now I can say, this is what I like. And you say, hey, I've done these things, okay, here, focus on this is what I like, the results, what we need, and then you create the process, but you document them. So now we can use them again for the next person. So we're learning it, but then we're also teaching it to somebody else. So again, that's what it takes to be the right person. Moving on, it says, how does this internship or volunteer thing work? I don't have an office, don't need an office, because we get a chance to expand the world, every place is our office. And so as long as we have technology, we have a phone, we have the right energy, the right, the right mindset, we can, as long as there's bookstores, there's Pandora, Panera, there's Starbucks, whatever, we get to function there. And so every situation is different, which will determine what that situation look like. But again, it's a situation that's flexible, where there are no walls, there are no borders. There's nothing that we can't do, that we won't do, within the legal way. Try to get things done, correctly. So that's basically in terms of how to work. Also, we want to make sure that individuals understand that from a flexibility and scheduling standpoint, this is something when a person says, hey, I want to give you of myself. Time is one of the number one assets you have. You can only invest it or you can waste it. And so we want to invest time. Invest time into things that you're doing to help your community. Invest in time in things that can help us. Invest in time, that's going to help our lineage, our families, our friends, now and beyond. And so I want to make sure that, hey, we're respecting, with the Donovin Darius Enterprise, we're respecting your time. We're setting out what that looks like, and that's reasonable. So again, we're not trying to add another job. We're just trying to allow a person to go into, a different area of work, which is something that they can give to there. And so the next level opportunities and beyond, again, this thing is built on relationships. I've had several people come through the organization that work as catalysts. They've gotten jobs, they've gotten different things, and I don't take credit for it. I'm just blessed that I had an opportunity to work with them, to be a chapter, in their lives, and as they go forward and go from there. And so, because I truly believe in partnering with organizations that can be a feeder system, like colleges, organizations, associations, this is not the end for anybody. This can be one step. Now, granted, some people may be here longer than others, but this is kind of a catalyst. And, because again, God's given the right purpose, and you might have to go and keep going and keep growing, go and grow. And so we want to make sure that we've done our part in equipping a person from there. So that's basically what it is. At this time, I'm actually going to have a couple individuals here who has been with me for a while. Just kind of talk about their experience a little bit. I have an individual she's been a volunteer with me for my Life Camps, Foundation Life Camps, for over 2 years now. And again, she started work. She's at Bank of America. I met her through, coming to do a speaking event at the bank there, that she was leading the organization there. And again, she reminds me, a very, very close family member of mine, because I can trust her. She's very nurturing. She's very professional. She's very timely. All those things. So her name is Beth Touch. She's going to come, just kind of share, just a minute and a half or two, just about her experiences, what it's been like, and what this environment of working with Donovin Darius Enterprises is, whether it's with the foundation or others. Beth, come on out, sweetie. Give you a hug.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Many of the things Donovin said, as he was speaking, resonated with me about following the process and then looking at the result. I'm a very process-oriented person, and early on in camps, he would ask, how did we do? What did you think? And I felt very free at telling him exactly what I thought needed to be tweaked, how we could do things better, things that we missed. All in the thoughts of making it a great experience for the campers, and also for the volunteers, because it is one of those great experiences. As a volunteer, if you had a great time and you felt valued, you're going to come back, and that's proven. And many people do come back. But quickly about the process and the results, recently we decided to change the way that we do camper check-in. From camper comments before, they couldn't see which line to go to get checked in. So we said, let's try it where you can check in any line. You didn't have to be in the A through E. And that worked great for not only for our campers, but also for our volunteers who are checking in the campers. Prime example of, let's do what we need to do. We changed the process a little bit, but we got the results because we got the campers through quickly. Great opportunities to grow. I started out at registration, checking in campers. I did that for a while, and then there were some needs, and I said, well, I can help you with that. And I got trusted to help with that, and then I could do a little bit more. So that's how I've had the opportunity to grow with the foundation and end up actually in a place that I've been kind of thinking about as executive director for well over a year. And so thank you for the opportunity, not only to volunteer, but to be an ambassador for the foundation.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And the main thing, like she said, it's about trust. And because I value the opportunity that I have to impact the lives of people, I always had to think, it was spoken to me years ago. The stadium where I'm at now, the fields or wherever I'm at, wherever I speak, that's like my church, okay? And so I'm a shepherd. And so my job is to take care of the sheep. And sheep is not a negative term, but they're individuals who are looking for guidance, who are open and exposed and vulnerable to receive. and it's my job to protect. And so even though somebody may come and they have all the zeal to do, it's my job to put them in a position where they can grow and they can show what do they really want out of this, and we can try to make a win-win situation. So Beth has been someone who has shown and grown with the organization, and like I said, it's my pleasure to allow her to now shift into that leadership role. So the next person I'll bring is Wes Benwick. He does among a lot of things, but I met him as a president of one of the youth athletic associations. As I said, that's another component of what I do. We got a chance to meet and find out that from a technology standpoint, I mean, he's a very creative mind, and he does different things in a professional way. And then he also saw my heart and my desire to want to empower the kids through teaching them technique and keeping them safe and build programs. And so we continue to grow, and now he's basically my ambassador, IT, and we'll work with interns as pertains to some web design and graphics, and just kind of another great thinker in the world of technology as we kind of go from there. So Wes, if you don't mind coming up and just kind of share again your experience, of what it's been like working with the organization, and some of some of the things of how you might have seen it grow as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you, buddy.
So like Donovan said, I'm Wes Benwick, and I got to know Donovan long before he got to know me, and I was a big fan and believer in him. And it was exciting when I got a call and found out that he was doing something with his life after the NFL, which you don't see very often. I think you're starting to see it more now, but I liked his organization. I liked what he believes in. I love what he teaches the kids, the rapport that I saw with the kids, with my own kids right away. And I wanted to do more to help. And I've got 15 years of background or more maybe in IT, and all I do for a living is work on the back ends of websites and basically automate systems and processes that other people have already put on paper. And that's what I do best. And so I see a lot of potential with everything he's doing, both on the foundation side and on the camp side as well, to make his process more efficient and his organization more efficient. And there's plenty of opportunity for other people to get involved and make a name for themselves, which, that's probably the greatest gift that Donovan's giving, not only the kids and athletes that he's helping mentor and take their game to the next level, but the people who work with him have a chance to take what they do to the next level and build their resume and get their name out there and have something to show that's professional, that has a brand associated with it, so they don't have to do everything. They can learn to do one little thing at a time and make themselves better. So that's what I find extremely attractive and enjoyable about working with Donovan. It's why I continue to do what I do on a volunteer basis, which really is something that's near and dear to my heart. And the fact that he's out there and helping not just talented athletes, but also kids who have never had a chance to probably even step on a practice field, let alone meet a professional athlete, which says a lot right there by itself, is just priceless to me.
Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks.
Yep. And so again, like Wes was saying, we have different spectrums, but everything is about educate, equip, and empower others to maximize their life through a mind, body, and spirit approach. And that's basically, what it is. And so hopefully, like what you heard in this presentation and just a little informational session about what this organization is, again, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. And so again, people can contact us, people can get in touch with us if they see this and view this and say, hey, I would like to be a part. Again, it doesn't have to be local. They can do whatever, with technology and everything travels. And so a person can get in touch with us and email at dd20 at donovindarius.com, dd20@donovindarius.com, or they can, again, follow me on Facebook, Donovan Lee Darius, Twitter, @DonovanDarius, and then also phone if they feel like they want to call 904, office phone is 904-290-3320. Okay, so get in touch with us again. Allow me to help you maximize your lives and the journey you have. So I just want to thank you guys for coming, and I just want to say I want to open it up for some questions as we kind of go from there.